Check 1 2. Check
Hold on,
1.
it's not USB digital audio.
Check 1 2 3. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3. Nice little trick to know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to Quick Cut on the Quick Cut Sports Network, coming to you from Vieira Regional Park for some lacrosse action as Lake Highland Prep has made the trip over to the coast to take on the Hawks of Vieira. Early score here as we are just underway, 1-0 in favor of LHP. See if Vieira has an answer here as Lake Highland Prep's going to control it. Elwell brings it up the near side. Gets it over to Bissell. Now they're going to swing it right. There's a shot. It's going to go wide. Rep with it. Shot. From outside, just outside, near the crease. Here's a second opportunity, and that one finds the back of the net. Owen Lennox gets a second score for Lake Highland Prep, and they are off to a fast start here in this one. Vieira coaching staff trying to keep the positive energy up over on the opposite sideline. They understand it's a long game. Things can happen very quickly. Ryan Woodward for Vieira stands in. Ryan Woodward. And now for Lake Highland, Max Rader fires a shot. It's off the mark. 2 out, 2 in substitutions here as here's another shot low to the ground. Started high, went low. Nice change of plane there, change of level, if you will, from Jack Fiordalis. Here's Vieira with an opportunity as they get it into the offensive third. And it is cleared nicely by LHP. Campbell Elwell tries to go coast to coast. Fires one in, and it is saved. Well done by Jackson Lynch. And ball loose. Nice cheeky shot. Put in. It is off the mark. Wide left. Taken by Henry Builder. Another 2-on-2 off. Vieira. Jacob Glick. They'll move it up the field. A little bit of room for Connor Hoffman. Here's a shot fired in. Off the mark to the right-hand side. In the goal for Lake Highland Prep will be Eric McCook, a junior. Body check here on the near side. Trying to make life miserable. Here's a quick fire. Nice pass. The feed and the score. Connor Hoffman gets the score for Vieira, and it is now 2-1. Face off one at Lake Highland Prep. Max Rader misses. Prep retains possession. Here's whistles. We're going to call an official timeout. Clear the field. Back to action. 8:20 on the clock in the first. They're going to swing it back around. Look for an opening and try to unlock this defense here for Vieira. Nice stop there by the goalkeeper for Vieira, Jackson Lynch. It will be LHP possession. Caden Bissell works it over to Chris Jaskowicz. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Jaskowicz. Caden Bissell surveys things out top. Pressure defense, a little body checking there from Jonah Woodruff. Let's swing it over to the far side. Defensive stick work for Jacob Glick. Again, trying to create a little discomfort. Shot partially deflected. Ref retains it. They'll restart things out top. Jaskowicz with it. He'll hold. He does well to take some time and allow the substitutions to come in. Now there's some speed, and that is a shot and a goal. Individual effort on point by Jack Fiordalis. 3-1, Lake Highland Prep. No sooner than he came in the game, he turned on the jets. Showed his athleticism, his handling ability, and his shooting ability. Not quite coast to coast, but halfway. Let's see what Vieira can do now. They answered the previous score with a goal of their own. Again, it's going to be controlled by LHP. Campbell Elwell brings it up the middle, works his way to the near side. Rolls it out to Jaskowicz. Right side shot finds the back of the net. That is a 4-1 scoreline on the quick shot. And goal by Jaskowicz. Beauty. If you're unfamiliar with the game of lacrosse, and I'll be the first to tell you, I am familiarizing myself with it more and more every day. In Florida, it is extremely popular, obviously, with the weather conditions. And it is gaining more and more participation every day. It's very physical, requires a great deal of skill and intelligence, and obviously hand-eye coordination and athleticism. Fun to watch, great pace, can be high scoring, easy to be entertained for sure. Really entertaining to catch some of the professional league games as you find them on television. Here's Elwell with it. Works down in behind the goal. Trying to put some moves on Hoffman. Ball back out near side. Here is a laser sent in by Theodalis. Ricochets off the helmet of Jackson Lynch. Vieira has it. Don't think for a second goalkeepers in the game of lacrosse aren't fearless. Vieira up the middle. Has some room. Gabe C with it. On Velitis. Velitis works toward the near side. Now he turns on the speed. Swings it around. Back out top again. Aiden McNamara. He's going to try his hand to get in the crease. Finds his teammate Fisher. Couldn't get a shot off quickly. Now they'll send it back over, and they'll turn it over to Lake Highland Prep. Definitely had some opportunities there. LHP with a good defensive stand and clearance. As it'll be Grayson Lee with it. Lee retreats back to the defensive half. Lennox finds the back of the net, slips underneath goalkeeper Jackson Lynch, and it is a 5-1 scoreline in favor of Lake Highland Prep. Lake Highland Prep poised for a very successful season. Pretty good start, if I'd say so myself here, with 4 minutes, 12 seconds to play here in the first. And there's a turnover. Hoffman on the run. Good defensive recovery by Lake Highland Prep as stick checks here. Amante does well to shield contact. Stick work, knocks the ball free. And it's going to be picked up by Lake Highland Prep. Great defense. Near side. Henry Builder. Take their time. Nice patience here by the Highlanders. Caden Bissell. They'll try the right-hand side of goal. There's a shot off the post. Nice quick turn. Shot just a little off the mark. Jaskowitz goes right across the middle, fires one back across the frame. Wide left. Highland's going again. Tries the fake, loses it. Ball loose. And it's going to be picked up by the Hawks. Picking it back up once again is Jacob Glick. And now, the Hawks will control it with Landon Almonte. Whistles blow. Got a timeout. Our score, Lake Highland Prep 5, Vieira 1. Back with more. You're watching Quick Cut and the Quick Cut Sports Network. And we'll go back into the Quick Cut Sports Network here at Viera Regional Park. Boys lacrosse action, a 5-1 scoreline with 1:20 to play here in the first. As Lake Highland Prep with the lead and in control. It'll be Campbell Elwell on the near side with it. Passes it off, gets it back. Lake Highland Prep will reset and they'll attack from the right-hand side. There's another goal. Make it 6-1 in favor of the Highlanders. That was Jack Fiordalis with a quick fire. He's got a couple on the day. 1:02 remains here in the first. We'll see another face-off here as it will be Ryan Woodward in there for Viera. Max Rader, Lake Highland Prep. Highlanders control it. They've had great success so far on controlling possession in this contest. Showing great patience as well. And when they want to turn it on and show the athleticism and attack, boy, they do it in a hurry. Here's a shot off the mark, partially deflected by the goalkeeper. Jackson Lynch out of play. It'll stay with the Highlanders. Campbell Elwell gives it out top to Saman, Drew Saman. And there's a shot and a goal. The Highlanders strike again. It hasn't just been one player. You've had Lennox in there. You've had Dallas in there. Attacking. in waves. No letdown on substitutions. To play. Lake Highland Prep with 18 seconds to play the first. Once again, controlled by the Highlanders. Can they get another one in the mere seconds left here in the first? Quick shot outside of the net. Long clearance for the Hawks. Bounces over the head of Almonte into the net of Lake Highland's Prep. Jed Hampson. And at the end of one, it is all Highlanders, 7-1. We'll be back with more. You're watching the Quick Cut Sports Network. Welcome back in. Quick Cut Sports Network. Here on this very mild and calm Friday night on the Space Coast. The Hawks hosting Lake Highland Prep. Boys varsity lacrosse 7-1 is the scoreline, just underway in the second period. Lake Highland Prep imposed their will early, scoring just about the first minute and a half of play. Vieira managed one goal. They've had some opportunities, but all great performances for times. There is a great little feed inside. Shot off the mark. Pretty good look there to try to add another score. Prep working behind the goal. Loses it. Vieira comes out with it. They'll work it up the near side. It'll be Ben Ginnichen. Once again, I hope I pronounced that right. If I did, my apologies. Now they'll attack from the right-hand side. Nice defensive work with the stick for the Highlanders. Causes the turnover. There's a pass right across the middle, off the mark, picked up by Almonte. His pass near side to Goodman off the mark, but Goodman does well to get it back under heavy duress. There's a quick fire with pace from the near side, collected and dealt with very well by the goalkeeper, Jackson Lynch. And here come the Hawks once again. There is a frozen rope across the face of goal from Owen Lennox. Wide left, they retain possession. Chris Jaskowicz works his way in the middle. Quick shot from about 10 yards away. Lynch in goal did well to cause that deflection. Oh well, near side. Surveys. Tries a move to try to create some space. That's good one-on-one defense from Aiden McNamara. But the shot finds the back of the net. And Lake Highland Prep take an 8-1 lead. 9 minutes, 28 seconds to play before halftime. Highlanders started early, and they've continued often with their scoring. Vieira coaches and fans trying to keep their minds in the right place, giving some encouragement to the guys. I love it. It just appears that Lake Highland Prep is firing on all cylinders right now. Well done by Fiordalis to avoid the deflection with the stick. Fires it back into the middle, hoping to find one of his teammates. It goes awry, out of play on the sideline. Couple of quick substitutions as the whistle blows, and Vieira will move right to left into the offensive half. Loose, out of play, and it stays with the Hawks. Hoffman with it. High pass dealt with extremely well by Gabe C. And his pass right back to Hoffman goes over his stick and out of play. Back to the Highlanders it goes. Nice break by the Highlanders, and here's some pace for Caden Bissell. He'll work with Fiordalis. Now they'll go deep on the right side with Lennox. Patience again shown by the Highlanders as they work to once again unlock the defense. Vieira had success. An 8-1 scoreline with 8 minutes exactly to play in the second period. Here's Fiordalis taking the right-hand side, going into the face of goal, and sends one into the back of the net. He is one heck of a player. Make it 9-1. Stops the clock with 7:52 to play in the second. Scoring percentage from Lake Highland Prep when they get close to goal is a pretty extraordinary finishing rate. And as a coaching staff, that's about all you can ask for. They look very primed and ready to have a heck of a season, and we're super excited to be able to bring you all the action. Another face-off. Islanders have controlled most. We'll see if Vieira can come away with one, and they cannot. Max Rader. And now we have a timeout call. We'll take a break. Back in a couple of minutes. You're watching Boys Lacrosse on the Quick Cut Sports Network. Lake Highland Prep controls coming out of the timeout. Moving left to right on your screen. They've scored 9 so far as we hit the 7:30 mark in the second period. Again, showing patience, looking for the right shot. And there it is. Give that one to Chris Jaskowitz. As I mentioned, Jaskowitz, Lennox, Dallas. There's been a number of Highlanders that have been involved. Elwell does a great job controlling things. Goalkeeper hasn't had a lot of action for Lake Highland Prep, but I want to give a lot of credit to Jackson Lynch. He's had some great deflections and prevented several more goals. 10-1 score. Prep controls the face-off again. Ball loose, bouncing toward the near side, picked up by the Highlanders. Elwell gives to Lennox. Shot off the mark. And I mentioned the patience on the last possession before the last goal. They play fast, but certainly not in a hurry, and that's super impressive. And there is another score. A great shot low to the ground, almost impossible to stop. Give Bissell a score and make it 11-1 as we approach 6:50 to play in the first half. Little sign of frustration for goalkeeper Jackson Lynch, but he certainly has to keep his head up. He has been under attack. And I think he has dealt with it quite well, considering how many opportunities that the Highlanders have had. Face off once again. Let's see who controls this one. A little more of a fight, but the Highlanders come out with it. That's been a big difference, too. They've just had more possession. Griffin Shapiro with the work. Gives it to Lennox on the near side. Lennox trying to keep the ball cradled and avoid the defensive attack. They'll send it over to the far side. They'll try to attack from the left this time. Most recent shots and goals have come from working the right-hand side. Here's one into the middle. Nice extra pass. Great job to keep control after slipping. Griffin Shapiro. Nice footwork. Lennox with it. Again on the right-hand side. He's been dangerous coming right to left. Nice little flick inside. Ball loose. Picked up by Jackson Lynch, goalkeeper for the Hawks. He's going to take it himself. He's tired of watching. Fakes the pass. Finds more room. Finally hits the ground, loses his stick, and the ball is picked up by the Highlanders. They're imploring him to stay down to give the defense an opportunity to retreat and him an opportunity to get back into goal. Comes up lifting just a little bit. Great effort, though, by Lynch. Outstanding. He'll get checked out by the trainers as they'll send a new player to relieve him. Isaiah Garrett will get the call. Junior. Telling you, big shoes to fill because Lynch has been tremendous, even though the score line favors the Highlanders. He'll make his way off with a little assistance on the far side. Hopefully he is okay. He is one tough kid, that's for sure. And again, in this sport, much like hockey, goalies, you don't really realize how fast those shots are coming at you until you're the one standing between the pipes. Prep with it. Nice pass inside, extra feet across the middle, hits the ground, picked up by Lennox. Back straight away. That was Simon with it. Another pass inside. Somehow, he was knocked down momentarily by Lennox, but picked up by the Hawks of Vieira. He had to reach for that one. Here's a pass right up the middle near midfield. Nearly lost, but picked up by Vieira. They retain possession. Now they show some patience as a couple of subs come on. The lightest with it. Defense comes. He'll send it back across the middle. Hoffman in with the ball in control for Vieira. Looking inside, nothing there. No real pressure defense on Hoffman as he makes his way behind goal. Takes the pass. Ball loose, still loose. Finally picked up. Hoffman does well to get it back. Lost again, out of play, and that will be possession for the Lake Highland Prep Highlanders. There's a pass stolen away. Nice work defensively by Almonte. He'll send it near side to Goodman. Back across the front, ball loose. Whistles blow, and Lake Highland Prep will have it. Some of the Vieira players didn't like the call, but that is sports for sure. Green fights his way through two would-be defenders. And we have whistles and a timeout with 3:24 to play in the second period. Our score, Lake Highland Prep 11, Vieira 1. Back in a moment, you're watching the Quick Cut Sports Network. 3:24 to play here in the first half. 11-1 the score as Lake Highland Prep leads the Hawks of Vieira over on the Space Coast tonight. Sun has set. Breeze has picked up slightly. Temperatures cooling off for sure. Small, very small, slight chance of rain. Feel like we'll be okay here. With it. Swing it around behind it. Into the hands of Lennox. He likes working right to left, as we talked about earlier. He's produced several successful opportunities so far in this contest. Whistles, and that one's going to go against the Highlanders. Vieira will get possession. Interesting to see what adjustments are going to be made by the Hawks as they try to stop this very high-powered Lake Highland Prep offense. And just a few minutes ago, the Hawks keeper, Jackson Lynch, had to be helped off the field. He was replaced by Isaiah Garrett. So that'll be a storyline as we move into the second half of play. Highlanders with it. Jaskowitz gives it off. Attacking from the left. Caden Bissell, nice shot off the mark wide right, I believe. Hard to tell from my angle down on the field level. Lennox looks to attack again. Good defense, though. Nice recovery. Low shot glances off the post, out of play. Lake Highland Prep looking to add to their 11-1 lead. Minute 40 to play in the first half. Another shot. This one off the mark, out of play. Highlanders get another opportunity. Lennox gives it to Dallas. They'll have it on the right-hand side, making a move. A little hezzy. Hezzy turns on the speed. Gets to goal line extended on east-west, if you will. Sends it back out top. Patiently swinging around, look for the best opportunity. Here's a quick fire. It's off the mark. Another opportunity coming for Lake Highland Prep. Minute 3 to play in the first half. Great crowd on hand here for this one. A lot of sports going on in the area tonight. We are also hosting 2 regional soccer matchups. Quick pass into the middle is broken up. Penalty marker comes in as they're still fighting for it. Finally picked up by Vieira. Hawks coming away with it on the near side, and they want a timeout. They'll get the timeout. Clock stops at 32 seconds. We'll take a break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Quick Cut Sports Network. 32 seconds to play in the first half of action here on this Friday night. Lake Highland Prep with an 11-1 lead over the home standing Viera Hawks. Hawks have it. They haven't had too many offensive possessions that led to threats. Here's a shot off the mark. Ten seconds. They're going to let the clock run out on this first half of action, try to make some adjustments. We'll see what happens. Halftime score. Lake Highland Prep 11, Viera 1. We'll be back after halftime here on the Quick Cut Sports Network. Welcome back in here to Viera Regional Park. Boys lacrosse action as the Highlanders of Lake Highland Prep are in control by a score of 11-1 over the Hawks of Viera. Start of the second half of play here on this very mild and perfect Friday night. Friday night lights are indeed upon us. Lake Highland Prep tried a clearance there. Goes out of play. The Hawks have it again. See if they can make some adjustments and produce some offense. And they need some stops. Lake Highland Prep now has it. Heading into their offensive third. Dallas works it out top to Carson Green. Ball out of play. It'll be turned over to the Hawks of Viera. Whistle blew on the near side. There's a pass that goes well over the head of the near side player for Viera. That was Dylan Villegas. Highlanders get it back once more. And there is a quick shot right up the middle. Ty Sosby gets his name in the scoring column. And that'll make it a 12-1 scoreline with 10:35 to play here in the third period. I'm telling you, Lake Highland Prep, if tonight's any indication, they are primed for a very successful 2024 campaign. To midfield we go. Lake Highland Prep has been very successful on the face-offs, and this one's going to be loose. Lake Highland Prep picks it up. Coming down the right-hand side, a shot ricochets off the post. Nice work by Garrett. Here's a loose ball. Nice little shield there. Prep has possession once again. They'll work the right-hand side. Now with pace coming to the face of goal. Sending it back in the middle, and a nice, easy shot for another goal for Sosby. That is 2 for Ty Sosby coming in here in the second half. It started early for Lake Highland Prep as they scored in about the first minute and a half of the contest. And they have kept their foot on the gas and now lead at 13-1. And it is going to be a running clock for the remainder of the contest. Correction, if they do score and cut into the lead, it will go back revert back to regular time. My apologies. I'll be the first to say, folks, some of the rules I'm learning as we go. But I have fallen in love with this sport. Here's a shot off the run, left-handed from the left side, goes wide right. Coaches for Vieira wanting some pressure applied to the ball carrier. Here's a shot and another score on the feed pass back to the middle. 14-1. I believe that was Dallas. Could tell if it was a 3 or a 6. Nicholas Bledsoe or Dallas. We'll try to get that for you officially. That running clock's going to make a big difference with the opportunity of possession for Vieira to have a chance to crawl back into this one. This one, the face-off, is again going to be controlled by the Highlanders. They pick it up off the ground, and they'll be on the attack now. Saman with it, works his way inside, going left to right, quick pass in the middle, and a fired shot. Henry Builder with a quick one. They see opportunities. Lake Highland Prep pulls the trigger without hesitation. Working the right side, nothing there. A lot of communication defensively for Vieira. You got to like that. Pass low, now back into the middle, and we're going to see a shot high over the top of goal. Sent in by Saman. Islanders with it. Good defensive pressure for Hoffman. For Vieira there. Preventing any return pass into the middle. Very well done. Here's a shot, bounces low. And that is a score, 15-1. And that's a tough shot to defend. Garrett, a taller goalkeeper, he has to change levels there to get down on that one to have any chance to save it, and he just didn't get there in time. Already down to 6:15 to play here in the third. Again, possession after the goal goes to Lake Highland Prep. Jaskowitz holding, now firing, and it gets right over the right shoulder of the keeper, Garrett, and that'll make it 16-1. Their scoring rate or scoring percentage on shots, I'm not keeping it, but it's got to be pretty good. So far, through nearly 3/4 of this one, Lake Highland Prep is sending a message that they are going to be a force to deal with this season. Adjustments will happen. Vieira will recover. They fight, and that's most important. Aiden McNamara with it. He'll hold. Nice patience there by him. Gives it to Almonte. Back to McNamara. He's going to Drive in, spin, shooting. Wide left. That was a nice little spin move and shot by McNamara. A junior, 6'1", 175. Hawks have it again. And once more, they show patience. Slowing it down just a little bit. Trying to make use of every possession they have at this point, as this pass is low, off the mark. But Almonte's there to clean it up. Loses it again. Still loose. And fighting through some stick work there. A shot. And that is another score for Lake Highland Prep. Well, I'll tell you what. Timeout is called. We'll take a break. All Lake Highland Prep here. Back in a moment on Quick Cut Sports Network. And quick one inside, and the shot deflected as he tried to go behind the back. Or over the shoulder, I guess. Your Dallas has it straight away. Pass inside, spinning, low, bouncing shot collected by Garrett. Garrett had to come in the first half of play. Jackson Lynch injured. Garrett's come up with some big saves, much to the delight of the faithful here for the Hawks. As we have whistles, and it appears we have a timeout. Our score 18-2, 8:46 to play in the ballgame. You're watching boys lacrosse on the Quick Cut Sports Network. Come out of the timeout in a scoreline that has favored Lake Highland Prep since the opening 2 minutes. Here's a loose ball picked up by the Hawks. Is off the mark, out of play. Highlanders get it back. They lead at 18-2. Running clock, 8:22. Play in the match here. Up on the run, fires it over the middle, and that is picked off by the Hawks. They're going to try to work in transition here with Almonte. He finds space, and there's a great save on the shot. Lake Highland Prep is clear and off and running. Nice cradling there. Getting around two, and now a third defender. Contact. No whistles. All loose. Highlanders come up with it. With speed. Flag comes in on the contact as the Highlanders will slow it down. Now they'll work. Here is a low shot, and Garrett with another good save. And now the penalty will be assessed as wholesale substitutions now for the Highlanders. Clock continues to move. 18-2. Lake Highland Prep in control. Going to be Lennox to get things started here. Live action. Lennox works with Jaskowitz. Back to Lennox. He'll fire one, and that goes right over the shoulder of Garrett for another goal. 19-2. 6:08 to play in a moving clock. What an angle. He found space over the shoulder of Garrett. Shot came high and to the right side. Lake Highland will put Will Nassau in the middle. He'll face Ryan Woodward. Ball loose. Still loose. Nice hustle from both clubs. Vieira trying to track it down. Now it's going to be picked up by the Highlanders. Camden Richards finally the one that comes away with it. He'll send it upfield. There's a shot and a save by Garrett. Substitutions come in as Dylan O'Halloran sets the tone for this possession for the Hawks. Going to be with Gabe C. now. Gabe C., one of the leaders for this Hawks team, senior. Possession once more by the Highlanders as they work to get to midfield. Fighting through defenders. Into the offensive half. They'll slowly work the left side. Looking for something back across the face of goal. And there's a shot off the post, sounded like. Picked up by the Hawks of Vieira. They'll swing it to the near side. On the run, Jacob Glick. Another heavily relied upon player for the Hawks club. Got some big plays today. Gabe C. will hold and now work the right side. Working behind goal. See if they can come up with something here. They scored late in the third to get their second goal. But this one's going to be turned over back to the Highlanders. Tristan Felice. Loose again. Ball sent all the way down behind goal and out of play. Two minutes, 10 seconds, and a moving clock here in the contest. 19-2, all Lake Highland prep. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Here's a deflection, good defense. And again, Vieira's not giving up at all. The physicality has remained the same, and there is a score by Almonte. He has been great tonight. Landon Almonte, senior, 6'4", 170. He'll be relied upon as well for this Hawks program as they move through the course of the 2024 season. He has great length and athleticism. This time in midfield, it'll be Cody Wessel facing Will Nassau. Nice battle, and it's going to be controlled by Vieira. 1 minute to play in the game. Hawks will work the right side. They've had some success going behind goal and coming back out front. This pass finds its way to the stick of Gabe C. Goes behind goal. Whistles. And Lake Highland Prep will take over. 25 seconds to play. I spoke about the defensive communication of Vieira, but the overall communication by this Lake Highland prep program is phenomenal. I come from a soccer coaching background, and it's equally important in that sport as well, but there has been constant communication, and the results speak for themselves as the clock strikes 0, and this one goes in the books for the Highland. 19